Guys, this is $100,000 truck. That might be where these things are sitting, but something has to change, and it has to change now. What's up, guys? It's Easton here. Welcome back to the channel. Again, if you're new here, make sure to hit that big red button, hit a thumbs up, share this with your friends, leave a comment. Again, any interaction with the video helps me out a ton, and I genuinely appreciate it. For those returning, thanks again for all your love and support. Like I said, I genuinely appreciate it. Today, we're going to be having a little bit different video today. We're not necessarily reviewing a car, but we're going over new truck MSRPs and pricing. This has been a video that I've wanted to do for a while. I'm starting at Chevy right now. We're going to head over to Ford. We're going to head over to Dodge and to see what those are looking like. But I just wanted to give some clear insight as well as my opinion on the current state of the pricing on new trucks, because let's be honest here, guys, it's pretty high. No matter what way you look at it, whether you can or can't afford it, it's out of control. It's a lot higher than they used to be, and I wanted to dive into the video and kind of go over that. So I did want to clarify, I'm not going to be going over any packaging or anything specific like that. I will bring up the trim level, which does give you kind of a ballpark as to where the MSRP is going to be, because I mean, obviously a WT Silverado isn't going to be as much as, well, a high country like the one that we have down there. Speaking of, let's start with the WT here. This is a 2025. It is a short cab with the longer bed. This is one of more your base model trucks. I believe this is actually the lowest trim level you can get for a Silverado. It is still four-wheel drive, however. It is a 2025, and this one is looking to be right around $49,955. So for just a base model truck, I mean, some would argue and say that's not too bad. For $50,000, again, you're not really getting a whole lot for what you're paying for. Some would argue that that is a little bit out there. Again, with all the discounts from the dealers and manufacturers, it does bring it down somewhere close to 44 and 45, which is arguably better, but ultimately not exactly where most people are going to think this truck should land. This is one of the crazier ones in my opinion. So this is the Black Widow RST. Again, the vehicle itself is just an RST with a Z71 package, and then Black Widow has obviously done what they've done to the vehicle. Again, you do get the off-road size tires, the upgraded wheels, shocks, suspension, braking. You have the deployable side steps, all the Black Widow stuff, and it is a really nice truck. I am not going to deny that. But if we come over here to the window sticker, you can see here that our MSRP starting is about 60, let's see, once that focuses in there, 66,880. But with everything added to it, guys, this is a $100,000 truck. I mean, and this isn't even a 25 either. We're looking at a 2024, so the vehicle is about, gosh, a year and a half old, and it's $100,000. Now, I did want to clarify, I also am in the sales department, so part of my job is explaining why the vehicles are as much as they are and helping guests understand that. However, I do feel like I am inclined to give my own opinion on the state of the car market and new vehicle pricing in general. And I mean, guys, it's out of control. When you're getting into almost $100,000 into debt, because most people aren't going to come up with some sort of massive down payment. And this is more of, a financially fit question. You have to ask yourself, okay, should I be buying this vehicle? Is this something I can afford? Again, that is something you have to decide on your own. But as far as the sheer and just overall pricing of the vehicles themselves, like I said, guys, they're a little bit high. Moving on from the half tons, I mean, let's take a look at some diesels here. Let's start with this 3500 HD Trail Boss with the Z71 package. And don't get me wrong, guys, I love the way that the truck is set up. I think it is absolutely beautiful and gorgeous and is almost a staple to work towards. If this is something you want, yeah, work hard, absolutely. But again, just to bring you the pricing on this vehicle, $85,000 for this here 1 ton. And this isn't even the highest trim level you can get. This is more or less right around, I'd say a bit over the middle, but not quite into the luxury segment of Chevrolet quite yet. This beautiful red ZR2 here, guys, if we come around and take a look at the window sticker here, I mean, you're $89,000 for a 2500. I mean, a 3/4 ton, so it's not quite the 1 ton, but because it is a little bit nicer trim level, the price has been beefed up quite a bit. But guys, $90,000, I mean, after taxes, like I said, you're almost 100 grand. That's a, well, it's about a 2008 house payment, but it's still pretty crazy. And guys, that's another thing that I want to help people understand. This is not the dealership. This is the manufacturer. This is a manufacturing problem, and the dealerships are forced to adjust accordingly. You know, again, as someone who is in sales and sees it happen on a day-to-day basis, you know, I'm in the trenches seeing things go down the way that they are. The discounts that the own dealership is having to pay because of the premiums that we're having to pay to get the vehicles here. Again, there are invoices, right? We have to pay for the invoice to get the vehicles here. It's ridiculous, and it's hurting the business as well because of corporate greed. I think you guys are starting to get the idea, so let's head over to Dodge and Ford and see what those are looking like. All right, guys, now we're down here over at Dodge, and I did want to kind of make a little comparison here. So, as you guys know, this is my truck. It's been on the channel a couple times. I've done some reviews on it. I'm probably going to do a 4-year ownership review along with just about to hit 50,000 miles on the truck. I've absolutely loved it. It's been incredible. But I got this in 2021, and this is the Ram 1500 Classic. So it is a classic body style, Warlock, fully loaded. I mean, you have the paint matched handles, you have the 5.7 liter V8, 392 gear ratio axles. I mean, I have the upgraded mirrors, I have a suspension kit. You know, obviously these are upgraded wheels and tires. These aren't from the factory. And, you know, all in all, it was right around $54,000. It's been a phenomenal truck. I have the upgraded interior, so I've got the upgraded sound system, heated seats. I don't have the cooling seats. I wish I had that. And everything works. Everything's great. It's very straightforward, to the point, phenomenal truck. And if we take a look to our left here, we have a brand new 2025 Bighorn, and this is as base gets. No lift, no wheels and tires, no heated seats, no upgraded anything. I mean, you still have your plastic door handles here. And if we come around and look at our MSRP, and guys, this is a real eye-opener right here. $54,000 for less, and you don't even get the Hemi, which I know a lot of people are really enjoying that twin turbo inline 6 that Stellantis has put out. But as many of you have probably already guessed, it's extremely unreliable when compared to the Hemi. So when you make this comparison, and I'm not trying to sit here and be like, oh, my truck is so badass compared to, you know, like what they're putting out now. It's wild to me that you are paying more for less in 2025. It just blows my mind. All right, guys, we're gonna speed run some of these trucks right here, so follow along. Here we have a 1500 2025 Laramie, and this one's priced at $71,000. All right, guys, I did want to show you this one because it is a little bit more comparable to my truck because, well, it's the Delmonico red, right, with the paint matte sandals. But still a Bighorn. I took a look at the inside and still doesn't even have nearly as half as mine has. And guys, we're looking at a $57,000 MSRP. Now, I really want you guys to take a look at this tradesman here and guess how much the MSRP is on this truck before I reveal it. I mean, it is quite crazy to see $53,000 for this truck. I am not specifically pointing out one brand. This is every single brand. I don't care what reliability charts you show me. As someone who's been in the business, who's been around a ton of cars, they all break eventually. But looking at this one right here, guys, if we come to our MSRP, I mean, we are $87,000 on a 25 Laramie. Again, this isn't even the highest up trim level. We're looking at yeah, it is a 2500. I thought it was 3500. For a 2500 Laramie, guys, we're $87,000, and this isn't even the most loaded up one you can get. This is like mid-grade trim level. All right, guys, now here we are on the Ford lineup here, so let's start taking a look. Here we've got our first 25 base F-150, and if you come around to the window sticker here, and I know it's getting a little bit dark and hard to see, but we're looking at $50,695. Here we have an F-150 XLT, and we're looking at $62,785. Guys, I wish I could open this vehicle. You're not even getting leather. I mean, we're looking at cloth seats and a base interior. And guys, I know that these are big numbers to kind of throw around, but when you really realize the sheer amount of money that 50, 60, I mean, shit, even $40,000 really is, it's crazy. I mean, the other day I had this very interesting realization. You know, I was looking at this, I think it was like a 2020 Malibu. It had like 50,000 miles on it, and it was sitting right around $18,000, right? And I'm like, man, that's just not that much money. And then I really started to ask myself, man, if I had $18,000 in my hand right now, I'd be thinking to myself, this is a trunk load of money. And all of these trucks aren't even sitting anywhere near the 40 mark, guys. I think you guys are starting to get the idea on what I'm getting at here, and it is something definitely has to change. I don't know if someone is going to see this video on the higher up and kind of see, again, as a salesman's point of view, as someone who is around these cars day in, day out, and does try to explain to customers, no, guys, this is where the value is, this is where the market is. That might be reality. That might be where these things are sitting, but something has to change, and it has to change now if we're going to move into a better car market, into a better season of buying, in my opinion. But guys, thank you for watching the video. Like I said, I really appreciate all the love and support. If you could hit that big red button, I would love it. Like this video, share. Again, all the engagement definitely helps these videos take off, helps me keep doing what I'm doing. Again, I'd love to do this full time one day, so that's the goal. And again, I appreciate all your guys' love and support. Anything you want to see next, leave in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next one.